Welcome back to Mik'd Up. We are now joined with the man, the myth, the legend, the man who moved his engagement, his wedding back.
Literally.
Because he was going to hit double-digit homers before the year started. If I told you before the year started, it's Cade Beloso. I don't want to live it. If I told you before the year started, Cade, that you're going to have potentially hit double, you're at 9 right now, right?
9, yeah.
You're probably going to get double digits for the year. You're going to have you're going to be a huge role. Would you say, yeah, that's what I signed up for, or whatever happens? Like, obviously you want to play,
right?
But a lot of guys come in. He didn't know what the role was going to be. He kind of came back here based off of, I'm an older guy. I'm trusting that the situation is going to work itself out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, a little bit of like everything you just said. Yeah. I was just happy to be healthy enough to play baseball again. And then having some success this year has been awesome. And then on top of that, just being on such a good team, in such a good lineup, just to hit behind Tommy and Dylan is something I'm gonna tell my family one day. Hit behind those guys. I mean, they're gonna be in the big leagues for 15 years, so I mean, it's awesome. But yeah, just having so much fun this year, with everything.
Talk to me about this weekend. Obviously, everybody around Baton Rouge and LSU fans around the country are panicking because that's what fans do, right? And it's okay. That's why they're fans, right? Yeah. They're high, low. Like, that's just the way it works. Obviously, the last 2 weekends haven't gone the way that y'all wanted them to go. Auburn's playing good baseball. They're now 14-13 in conference.
Right.
They are probably going to be in the postseason now. They've kind of earned their way there. Mississippi State, I think, is the one everyone was very concerned about because they weren't playing good baseball. Got run ruled them on Friday. Whatever game on Saturday, and then on Sunday, y'all are about to 10-run rule them again. Yeah. And then baseball happens and y'all end up losing the game. What is the psyche of the team? What is the mentality of the team? And how's what's the message that Jay gave to y'all after the game?
Yeah, I mean, you said it best. Like, everybody's gonna hit the panic button around you. Fans, like that's what they.
We haven't hit it. We just took it out of the. We just took it out of the case. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the psyche of the team's fine though. I mean, do we want to win against Auburn? Yes. Do we want to win against Mississippi State? Absolutely. It didn't go that way, so I mean, we're not going to sit here and mope about it. It's a tough league. Every team is good in this league, whether or not their record shows. Like Mississippi State, I mean, they had great arms. It's just I was talking to some of their players too. It's just like a matter of whether or not they throw strikes. Their lineup. Most of their guys are hitting over 300 with 10 pumps each. That doesn't happen by accident. Same thing with Auburn. So I mean, we didn't play well enough to win on either one of those days or against Auburn either one of those days too. So I mean, I think the psyche of the team's fine though. No one's hitting the panic button. We all trust each other. We all trust each other that we're gonna get the job done. Tomorrow and moving forward.
I mean, so you basically said it. You mentioned it. Didn't play well enough to win the series last weekend. Didn't play well enough to win the series the weekend before. Happens. It's baseball.
Yeah.
It is what it is, especially in this league.
Right.
But how do you move forward? What action do you take? What things do you do individually, as a team, to make sure you're putting yourself in the best position when you go back out there this midweek, when you go back out there and you get to Georgia, to actually move forward and put your best foot forward?
Yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about baseball. I mean, y'all two obviously understand it. You get to play a game less than 48 hours away. You get to get a chance to correct your mistakes, or keep building on success that you already had. Stuff like that. I think that's how you move forward. Just keep reiterating the guys that, we're such a good baseball team. Everybody knows it. We know it. It's just a matter of, it's going to come down to if we do it or not. I think we're going to do it, no doubt. That's just the confidence I have.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just the confidence I have, in the squad, and then all the boys, are feeling it, and, we're going to feed off of each other moving forward.
It's very easy to look at stuff with the glass half empty, if you will, after the last 2 weeks, right? But Jamie touched on it when we had him on a couple minutes ago.
He's the man.
He's the best.
God,
he's the best.
I'll just say he's the best in the business. Like,
he's the best.
LSU's so lucky to have Jamie Tutko. I mean, just the impact he's had on people.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he could be in the.
He's not on video. You don't have to suck up to him.
No. I mean, he's one of my favorite people.
Nice to listen.
He's one of my favorite people I've ever met. And that guy can be in the big leagues right now if he wanted to. But he chooses to be with us at LSU. So I mean, we're lucky to have that guy.
Yeah, 100%. So he touched on it earlier, but has that message been delivered? Because I think we all say, like, would you love to control your destiny in every single second of the season? Yes. Is that really that realistic? No, right? But you're going into the last weekend of the regular season with the opportunity and the chance still to win the league.
Right.
How is that? How do you guys look at it from that side? And is that something that's been talked about already?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the whole glass half full mentality. Like, I mean, yeah, the last 2 weekends haven't gone the way we wanted them to, but if you look at it from, you step back, we're 17-9 in the league. We're 30-something and whatever overall. Like, I mean, if you would have told fans that at the beginning of the year, like, hey, do y'all want this? Every single one would say yes. Not that it necessarily matters what they want, but yeah, everyone's going to say yes.
Here's
no
an
doubt.
example. We talk about this all the time, right? And I don't like to compare teams, but I do it because it's easy. It's easy conversation pieces, and we won those last national championship here, right? In 2009, last national championship team. What do you think our final record was?
2008 was when y'all had that crazy.
They were 20. I wasn't there, but they were 23 straight.
30. I'm gonna say 42 and
we
whatever.
won the whole thing, right?
Yeah. That's what I was taking.
56 and 17. We had 17
that was
losses.
so far off.
56 and 17, right?
Damn it.
So you played 56 regular season games and all the postseason.
Flip that. I'm bad at math. Leave me alone.
But my point is, y'all are 17 and 9.
Right.
Y'all aren't gonna have 30. Y'all usually play 30 conference games. Y'all aren't gonna have 30 because y'all lost one at South Carolina. Our record in the SEC that year was 20 and 10. 20 and 10. We were co-SEC champs with Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Right. We won the SEC championship. We don't tournament. All that stuff. Right. Y'all are 17 and 9. Y'all go out and sweep this weekend. Y'all are 20 and 9. Y'all go out and win the series. Y'all are 19 and 10. Y'all are basically the same record that we were in 2009 to win the whole thing. Right. So my whole point in saying is, y'all wanted to win every series.
Yeah.
Should y'all have won these last two? Yeah, no problem. Probably. Right. Y'all are better the teams, no doubt. But that's baseball.
It happens. Should we have beat Illinois?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt.
Yeah.
But
go back and look the last couple of years, who won the SEC last year? Not Ole Miss.
They were
the last team in the tournament. Right. Who won the SEC the year before?
Not Mississippi State.
Not Mississippi State. Arkansas won it. They were 2-Q, and that they lost it. Was it NC State at home?
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't win the national championship. I'm just saying all things because it matters. We want to. That's
your knowledge.
We want to win the SEC championship. That's one of our goals we set out this year. And we're going to do everything in our power to achieve that. But if it doesn't happen, it's not something we're going to sit and mope about. The postseason is a different animal, and it's a new season. You don't start the postseason with a record of 40 and whatever we're going to finish at. You start at 0-0.
And I'm glad you said that, right? Because we talk about this all the time. You have basically 3 seasons in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You have non-conference, you have SEC, and you have postseason.
Yeah.
Right? And every time you start one of those next chapters of the year, it feels like it's kind of like a exhale, breath of fresh air, reset.
Yeah.
Conference starts. Look, the season's long. You get to this point in the season, school's out. You feel
which
that
is
you know,
great.
which is awesome, which is great. I'm sure. I mean, we used to do little pool parties on Mondays, and I'm sure the boys have. You don't have to disclose your information. You have more options than we had. By the way, y'all have way cooler things than we did by the time. But now y'all start. It's getting closer to postseason, so you're looking towards that, right? Mm-hmm. You get towards the end of the year, it gets very tiring. You know that you're probably going to be a national seed. You don't want to slip up, right? But then you get to that next spot, and you get to the SC tournament, and now it's okay, everybody can excel. Everything that you did in the regular season doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You kind of restart. Do y'all kind of have that feeling hey, let's keep doing what we need to do, finish the regular season out strong, and then once you get to the postseason, it's a whole new ballgame?
I mean, yeah, a little bit of both. We do realize that we can't, we're not gonna win like this moving forward. But at the same time, we're not gonna think about what's ahead of us. We do have to focus on starting with McNeese tomorrow. That's just the way baseball works. Y'all get it. Y'all understand that. And Coach Jay's so big on that. Is just worried about what's in front of you today. Just be locked into that moment. It's tomorrow. At 6:30, we're gonna be locked in on McNeese, and then Thursday at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. here, or 6, whatever the time changes, we're going to be locked.
Athens is great, by the way. Have you been to Athens?
Yeah, we went freshman year. It's great.
Great
spot, yeah.
Just don't do what we did. So in 2011...
I've never heard this.
We go to Athens. And 2011 was the last year LSU did not make the postseason. Mm-hmm. Right? We were 36 and 20. We had a 22 RPI. We were a 9th team in the SEC. We were young. We had all freshman rotation, whatever. We go to Georgia... And Georgia's they're okay, but they're not great. And we go and we win Friday. We have to win the series. We win Friday. One of the games the game gets rained out on Sunday, so we play a double header. Game gets rained out on Saturday, we play a double header on Sunday. So some of the guys decide to go out, to have dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner turned into a few drinks, and
Yeah.
drinks turned into going out, which is okay. But we had a doubleheader, right?
Yeah.
We go and play a doubleheader, and we lose both games. And one of the guys, who's one of my best friends, ended up had to pinch run after not playing for the whole game. And an 18 hopper to the middle of the infield gets thrown out by 6 feet at home plate. It was tough. So don't do that. But Athens is great.
Yeah.
Athens is great.
It is
I'm
a good
looking
spot,
forward.
yeah.
I'm happy for y'all.
Yeah.
It's a great place to hit. Great.
Yeah, it is. Really is. I mean,
Place
the
to
field.
hit.
Ball
Even
does
though
fly.
the ball flies there,
flies.
you know, it's 350 to left, but it doesn't play like that. And then right field's 312.
Yeah, that's where all the frat houses are, right? In right
Yeah,
field?
yeah. You can hear the frat bros
No doubt.
chirping you. It's funny.
What does Georgia? I mean, obviously, I know you have McNeese. McNeese is a good team,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to worry about McNeese tomorrow. And I'm not overlooking them. I don't know much about them, so I'm just going to skip to Georgia. If that's okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
What does Georgia? Georgia's got a freshman, I think, on their team that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
He had like 20-something homers.
Yeah.
Is he a freshman?
Yeah,
I think he's
Yeah.
a freshman, or he's like a redshirt freshman. So he was out last year, but this is his first year playing.
Yeah. So like, what do they do? Like, what's their like? What do they do well? If y'all have talked about them already?
We haven't even talked about them, to be honest. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know like some teams on the league just because either like they have got a lot of guys returning,
Right.
or you know players on the team, but I
Yeah.
really don't know anything about
Yeah.
Georgia.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's good.
I
That's
do
a good
know
way-
they have that kid that.
That's a
ranks-
good way. That's a good way not to talk about them.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I do know they're going to want to beat us. You know,
No doubt. Well,
gonna bring
they're
their best.
playing
Yeah.
for their postseason lives.
Yeah.
Right. Like right now they're probably not on the bubble anymore. They're probably out of the postseason. So like I mean, y'all played last 3 weekends. Y'all played 3 desperate teams.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And desperation is a dangerous. Like desperate teams are very dangerous teams to play. Like Auburn, obviously, did what they did. Now they won again last weekend. So now they're putting themselves in a position. Mississippi State's trying to make it into the postseason,
Yeah.
right? Into the SEC tournament to where they can maybe get a lucky, win it, and go to the postseason. Georgia's trying to do the same thing after they just got swept by Missouri. So, like, they're going to go in there and they're going to try to beat y'all. Y'all have the number one.
No doubt.
Y'all were the number one team. Y'all had the target on your back. No, it's good, though. This is good. That's good. Adverse. We weren't. I mean, same thing.
I didn't take it as a dig.
Y'all are
You're good.
5.
Yeah.
Y'all are number 5 in the country. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Rankings don't
We're number
matter.
5. Is that what it is?
That's what it came out to.
I
Number 5.
haven't been on social
that.
media.
I love that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that matters is going out and winning, right? And so, I guess moving forward, right, going into y'all are smart. Y'all understand. Y'all see what's going on, right? Pitching, the bullpen was struggled this weekend. They've struggled the last couple weekends, right? Paul Skeens has been Paul Skeens. Ty Floyd has been really good the last, game and a half, I guess. What is there do y'all as players how do you rally around your boys in the bullpen, try to say, hey, listen, I know y'all are going through it right now. We got you. We got to figure this thing out though.
Yeah. I mean, we have player meetings every week. I mean, obviously,
Players only.
Yeah. We've
wow.
been doing that since the beginning of the year. And I mean that topic gets brought up sometimes, and it's just a reiteration of just know how good you are. We have so many talented arms in that bullpen. Just understanding that, and just reiterating to the guys how much we believe in them and how much we love them, and all those guys work so hard. And they're gonna get the job done. There's no doubt in my mind with every single guy in that pen and each starter that takes them out.
Can you cook like your dad?
I can cook pretty good.
Your dad's a G.
By the way,
Grill,
just
by
give
the
you
way.
give you a short story. Your dad gave me a little short on you in your life that I didn't know, but we happened to be standing on the concourse next to him when you're at bat Friday night when the bases were loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me, Anthony, and a couple of my buddies that were in town. And he goes, "Hey, I'm just letting y'all know, Cade has never hit a grand slam anywhere in his life right now." And so we're standing up there next to him. The ball goes up to right field, and we kind of didn't see it go over it. We all went nuts.
Oh yeah, it was that
Wind's,
slider.
now
Yeah.
wind's howling in from right field across, so it pretty much got knocked down. But off the bat, it was very electric. I'm just gonna let you know.
I've never hit one before.
But he was happy about it because he was like, "Look, man, I'm just I'm here to have a good time with this thing."
Yeah, I mean when you're up there with the bases loaded and no outs, your one job is to get that guy in from third.
Of course,
You're not.
of course,
you
of
can't get
course.
selfish.
And you already know the spirit that your dad set it in anyway, so it was great. It was cool.
Yeah, that's true. I've never done it. I've never hit a grand slam.
Well, and speaking of, obviously you get sidelined last year, but Jay had come on the show before and was saying how much progress that he had made. What was the transition between the head coach and how much did he help you he said he changed your swing a lot, and he's I can't wait for Cade Beloso to get back out there. I'll unfortunately get hurt, but I think you can't even tell that you missed a year. What was the transition from Jay and how he made you, what did y'all work on essentially?
I mean, I had a massive leg kick, like y'all used to say. It was sometimes it would work, sometimes it wasn't. So we were going to go for more of like a consistent approach. And, he showed me one of the players from Arizona who was their first baseman, and he ranked and he got drafted. And he was like, hey, you could be this guy right here. So, start learning how to, use your body properly and, see the ball. Because that's my best tool as a hitter is, my eyes and separating balls and strikes quickly. That's what I do. So just he was like, we're going to use your best tool and we're going to, train it every day and, train your swing properly. So, he changed my career for sure.
Going through your struggles with the injuries and everything, what did you learn about yourself, man? Like that's a long period. You went through some tough times and trying to get back and then injuries. And how did you better yourself as a person, and like where have you gone from then to where you are now?
I think that thing the injury helped me out for the best, even in just life, would just change my perspective on everything. Just we often take for granted the littlest things. I think in life and in baseball, and when I had surgery, I had a cast all the way down, or a brace or whatever you call it, but I couldn't shower by myself, or I couldn't literally walk around. No, not like that. I had to get help to get into the shower. I couldn't walk. It's just you take for granted waking up and walking.
That atrophy's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. No, but it's just this year I think I haven't taken for granted one thing. I just so happy I am able to just play baseball every day. And that's one thing that's helped me out. But yeah, I learned that I'm a super strong person, mentally. Just to go through that, and I learned I love LSU. I got to a new level that I didn't know before. I loved it, but you don't realize how much you love something until it's taken away from you. Love the people in the organization. Everybody.
Milazzo came on last week.
The man.
The best.
He's the man, bro.
Just his personality and the way he talks the game, understands the game. Is he the personality of the team? Is he the guy I don't know if you'll have mic guys on the bus, if you'll have a team bus or whatever, and they have the mic in the front of the
we don't have a mic, but no,
he would be the mic guy. I would imagine he would take
absolutely.
it and he would keep everybody loose. Buzzy was the guy for us. Yeah. In pro ball you always have somebody.
Dude, we have some great locker room guys.
Who else?
Just fantastic.
Who else?
I'm going to include myself.
You are. I know you are.
There you go.
I'm going to include Josh Pearson.
Really?
Absolutely. Hayden Travinsky.
I can see that.
Yeah, Skeens is the locker room. He's a dude in the locker room. Obviously he's a phenom on the mound. He's a big leaguer. He's pretty good on the mound.
He'll be in the big leagues in September.
Yeah. He'll be pitching in the World Series for whoever.
Yeah.
But just the list goes on. I'm trying to think. Thatcher Hurd is a locker room dude.
Really?
Yeah.
He seems very quiet.
No.
No.
He really does seem quiet. That's a surprise there.
Well,
dude,
actually, funny you said that
so
because
funny.
I sat with his parents at the first pitch banquet. So I was at their table, and we had him on when he announced he was committing to LSU, and he was very mellow and low key and quiet. Well, his mom was like, "Hey, I just want to apologize for Thatcher." I was like, "Why? He was great." She's like, "Oh no, that was not Thatcher. That he was sick. He was not feeling himself, and so he was on medicine. He's usually a lot funnier
He's
and
so
more
funny.
energetic."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, you have to have him on again."
He's hilarious. And then two other guys that come to mind are, I say Travinsky already.
Yeah.
I said Jordan Thompson, obviously.
Oh, he's
great locker room guy.
Yeah.
Dylan's presence is great as well. I'm trying to think who else.
Has y'all loosened him up a little bit?
Yeah. He talks.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people. That's you're not the first person that said
No,
that.
I know his personality, but some guys just but it takes him a little while to
Yeah, I think he is that way. He comes across as shy, but once he he knows you and he gets a feel for you, he opens up and he's talking, cracking jokes, stuff like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Obviously, y'all have had all these expectations going into the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were the number one team in the country. Y'all are supposed to be the greatest team. Y'all have had some injuries, right? No excuses. I'm sure that's been the message. It doesn't matter who's hurt, who's not hurt. Next guy up. We have to, rally around each other moving forward, right? How have y'all handled all of that adversity? To me, I think this last 2 weeks, I think this is probably the best 2 weeks for y'all moving forward based off of, hey, now it's either put up or shut up as far as what we've preached all year, right? We've actually had some real adversity. We've had some real doubts about if we're going to be good enough, if we're actually an Omaha team. And now we have to, even more than ever, rally around. Is that the mentality? Is that the message that y'all are kind of taking from each other? Or is it how are y'all handling that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think just the message is, our guys are our guys. Whoever is healthy, whoever is not healthy, like that's the team we have, and that's the team that we're going to win a national championship with. Regardless who's on the field. And Gavin said something. I believe it was in a team prayer right after a team prayer before a game. This is right when Garrett got hurt, and he was just like, play for that dude. And that's the kind of the message that I've always thought of, like. When guys go down with injuries like that, you're playing for those guys, because they don't get the chance to play. Like guys who have like injuries and like long-term injuries, stuff like that. Like play for those guys because that just got ripped away from them. Just so like that's kind of the whole message. Is like, if they're going to be rooting you on, they're going to have your support. So go do it for them as you should be doing already. Playing for every single guy in that locker room.
So when we made our run, like you're going to have guys that pitch in the postseason or do something in the postseason that
play minor roles.
Didn't do anything really all year. Like not because they weren't good enough, just they weren't asked to do it.
Right.
We won the SEC tournament in 2009. We lost that first game to Vanderbilt, and we had to go in. The guy throwing in the championship game of the SEC tournament had like 10 innings all year. Started through 7 one-run innings. Chad Jones.
Dude, I love
had not pitched all year. He threw 7 or 8 innings all year, and he was our lefty guy out the bullpen.
Yep.
Right?
Dude, that video of him coming off the field like in full on sprinting and chest bumping somebody. I don't know who he chest bumped. Was that Buzzy? I know his chest is still hurting to this day.
He had his hats off, and now when he came out, he had he was a hitter, obviously, and his walkout song was "Money on My Mind."
Respect,
but. You only played 30 seconds of it when you hit it. When he came off the mound, Money on My Mind was playing. The other 2.5 minutes were not edited.
It wasn't as easy to find edited versions of songs back then. So,
but it was awesome. It was great, right? So my point of saying is like you're gonna have guys that are gonna step up, or they're gonna do something that maybe you weren't expecting them to do.
Yeah.
Right now, I think we've seen a lot of these guys play that probably. Is there somebody in mind you're like, hey, this guy, like I've seen it. Kind of brewing, like this guy has a shot to like surprise some people in the postseason that hadn't really like had a lot of action. You know what I mean? Like for instance, another example, our third baseman in Omaha was Derek Helenique.
Yeah.
He's a historian.
Yeah, I've been an LSU fan my life.
He played the year before he played all year. Then started the year. Then Tyler Hanover took his position, but he came in. He was a huge reason why we won those games because of his defense at third. He made some really big plays, right? Like. Something like that. I mean, is there? And it's hard to predict that.
Yeah,
right? That's not something that's easy to predict. It's just
it's super hard to predict.
Feels like Travinsky.
I mean,
every time you call up Parkman, he just goes yard.
Let's go. And he's the man.
Yeah,
he's the man. He's such a good player.
And we think it could possibly fall to Blake Money a little bit, right?
Yeah,
because
Blake's a good pitcher. No
coming in, just giving an extra arm out of the pen. Having a guy say, you know what, I'm gonna be the guy to kind of stabilize it, throw strikes. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but it's all hands on deck, kind of at this point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a great pitcher, and he works super hard. One of the hardest workers in the building, and every time he's out there, he competes. I can see him being one of those guys. For us, and whether it's a big moment like that or that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope for y'all.
I'm trying to. That's one of those things that's hard to predict. Yeah.
You touched on it earlier. Kind of not taking for granted what this last year has been able to mean to you and stuff like that. You just had senior weekend in Alex Box. Obviously, there's a very strong chance you guys will be back here in the postseason. This will be your last real road SEC series. Has that kind of hit you at all in the thought of it? Because it's a different feeling going into basically a hostile environment as a band of brothers, and you're literally 35 against the city.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was thinking that in my head. It's like it's you versus that whole city.
Yeah,
and I mean, playing at home is fantastic, and as you all know, the fans are great. Place gets booming. We got students getting kicked out of the student section that are just rowdy. I love it. Shout out to them.
Yep, shout out. No doubt. We've been preaching that all year.
Place is going nuts, but I mean, it's going on the road and winning a series. It's a different, special type of feeling.
Yeah,
call yourself like a road dog, and you go and just. There's
nothing like
there's
that.
Nothing like it. I mean, when you're leaving the stadium, after a win, that whole stadium is just completely silent. And you're just like,
Yep, that's the best. There's nothing like going to somebody else's stadium and winning.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Have y'all felt that a little bit where you started, obviously last year, it didn't feel like you have the same pressure as you do this year when you're going into opposing stadiums where it feels like what Jay's done through the portal, adding schemes, adding Tommy Tanks. It feels like LSU was kind of like the talk of the offseason. You come in number one.
Oh, you definitely hear it.
Yeah, do you feel like every time you come out, it's
Yeah.
like, we know we're taking everybody's best punch.
Yeah, I mean, opposing fans are educated, whether that be on baseball or, on your life.
On your life.
I mean,
probably more.
Dude, probably more in your life, yeah.
Definitely more
A lot
in
of
your
them really
life.
don't know what they're talking about, opposing fans. But, I mean, dude, they know everything about you, and they just grill you.
Yeah.
But it's
Hammer you.
funny.
It's
You
great.
got to learn how to deal with it.
It's great.
Yeah, and I literally sit in the on-deck circle and, I'll just laugh at people.
Yeah.
Just,
That's the way to do it.
hey, that was a good one, actually.
Yeah.
You got me.
It's the ones that are annoying.
You acknowledge
they
the
don't
good.
say anything.
Acknowledge
Yeah.
the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just look back, you're like,
But the ones that make you laugh, you're like, that was.
All right. No, I'll look at
the
you
ones that
now.
are the worst are it's like these old guys that just sit above the dugout and they're like, sit down.
Yeah.
After you get out, I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Right. All right,
be original,
Yeah.
be original. But
And
if
like
you're
guys who just yell the same thing over and over, look, if you're gonna heckle me, at least make it funny. The people around you are getting aggravated at you. It's not even funny for them.
yeah, you're not making anything enjoyable for anybody.
Yeah.
My all-time least favorite of them is the ones that when you actually acknowledge them and look at them, they're turn around.
Just like I was giving you props, man.
Pay attention to the game. There's absolutely nothing going on in the game.
There was
right
a
now.
funny one at A&M, and I mean I've been locked in on the road lately, but at A&M I wasn't playing, so I was kind of just taking in the environment and stuff like that. And Paxton Kling was leading off the game, and there's this old guy that stepped up. He had a big old gray beard and glasses, and he just holds this pair of clippers, and he's just dangling them. He's like, "Get a haircut!" And, everybody turns around.
They let him in a stadium with that?
Really patting him down. Huh?
Oh,
Really patting him down. Keeping everybody safe
Dude,
out here.
and everybody just looked back and started laughing. Like, bro, that's pretty funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Good.
good.
That's pretty good. I think that's huge, right? Moving
Yeah.
forward, that's what you look forward to. If you look forward to the road atmospheres like that, moving forward to the postseason, that's a huge thing. But then, it's important, I feel to be able to have those regionals and super regionals here at Alex
Yeah.
because
It
there's
is.
nothing like that.
but it says something special about a team. Everyone loves to play at home.
Right.
Duh.
Right.
But it does say something special about a team that legit loves going on the road and playing in front of
Yeah,
people.
I mean it's different when you
It's
go on the road. It speaks volumes to the team. And I think we have a good road record this year.
Dude.
Really
I'm
good.
trying to think all the series. It was Ole Miss, A&M.
I want to say I've only
Auburn,
lost
yeah.
4 games on the road this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I mean
I think you are 9-2 going to Auburn, which is
Yeah.
great.
that's pretty.
One
Yeah,
of the best SEC road record
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
I mean,
conference.
if you look around the conference, not a lot of teams can say that they play
Yep.
good on the
No.
road. Just
Not
looking
at all.
at stuff like that.
You mentioned schemes a little bit. You were the first one on the T-shirt.
Yeah,
Was that obviously pretty much a surprise? But whenever he started, is that something that you didn't expect from him? Because obviously coming from Air Force, did you know him like that yet? And you're like, oh, this guy actually has a little bit of a sense of humor.
Dude, so obviously you're super thrilled to get a caliber guy like Paul Skeens, just a pitcher like that, and but I didn't know anything. I didn't know his personality or anything like that. How to, how he was going to be.
Well, you just read about him, you're like
Yeah.
Air Force guy, you think crew cut, and you're like, oh god, I don't know.
So I had previous
Jake
experiences.
Budden's awesome.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I had previous experience with a couple Air Force guys just because playing them, and
Yeah.
we used to do the whole cross national anthem things with Coach Maneri. It was cool to interact with those guys, but he has one of the best personalities I've ever been around, and he just loves laughing. He loves cracking jokes in the locker room, and granted, when there's the time to get serious, you won't meet anyone more focused on Skeens on a Friday around 5:00.
Yeah.
He's pretty dialed in.
Is he a don't talk to me before the game guy, or is it hey right before the game don't talk to me? There's Justin Verlander. I couldn't even look at Justin Verlander in the eyeballs on his start day. He showed up at
Yeah.
2 o'clock whenever you get to the field, and nobody wanted to talk to him unless he came talk to you.
It's not an all day thing. I mean, you could talk to him and he'll laugh and stuff like that. He has a good personality before, but it's as soon as he starts putting his clothes on
It's over.
to go warm up and work out, do his. I don't know what his routine is, but go do his deal as everybody says about him. He does
Can
his
you
deal.
give the story of the T-shirt?
Dude, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I mean, it started. He just found this random T-shirt where they had a million pictures of me on it. It looked it was almost like a picture, a shirt when someone dies. You just put a bunch of pictures on a T-shirt R.I.P. I was like, dude, where'd you find it?
Did he make it or he found it?
He said he found it on the internet.
Wow.
Yeah. But bro, so obviously we have team group messages and we send hilarious photos in there, and it's just he goes through and finds photos.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro, it's literally one of the best traditions.
And he does it every start.
Every
A
start.
different player every start.
Every start. I hope all of our pitchers do that from like here on out.
That's awesome.
Program. Like it's a new thing. It's hilarious. Like some of the funniest photos I've ever seen. He's like walking around. He's this big 6'8" dude with a cutoff shirt. It's fantastic.
I love that. That's great. That's great for the team. That's great
and then
for
he
the
gets
team.
everybody to sign it after. Like he's gonna keep those shirts. It's not like he's just throwing
That's
those shirts
cool.
away. Yeah, like
Love
that
it.
just
Yeah.
shows the type of teammate he is.
Yeah,
Love it.
no doubt. That's awesome.
It's so funny, bro.
I gotta go look at all. I mean, I haven't seen them all. Do they show them all? Like all the T-shirts? Like on.
Yeah, they're like he was the first one, I believe.
Right.
I think he did it for him first.
They don't
Yeah.
show them all.
No, it's just like a matter if you catch him with it or not. He's
Yeah.
like not like doing it for social media.
Right, of
It's
course
for
not.
the
Of
boys.
course
He's
it's
doing
for
it
the
just
boys.
for the locker. It's just for the
Which
boys.
I respect. I respect that even more.
It's
sure.
not. Yeah, it's not for social media. Like he's not that type of person.
Yeah. No,
Just
I mean,
strictly for the
I can
boys.
tell that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strictly for the boys.
Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on,
Yeah,
man.
thank you guys.
Anytime you want to come on, I'd love to have you on when y'all are making y'all's run in Omaha. I think we're gonna try to go to Hoover, so
Oh.
we'll be there.
Dude,
have a
that
show.
tournament's so fun.
It's the best.
Like,
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the
To
best.
me, I mean, look, Omaha's awesome. I love
Yeah.
Omaha. Like that's the
I
World
got a
Series.
Chad Jones story about Hoover after this.
But like going to Hoover is like, I mean, that's the best tournament you're gonna play in. It's the best competition you're gonna play in. Let me hear the Chad story.
Dude, so I mean, obviously, y'all wouldn't remember this, but I was on the field in one of y'all's practices, and I remember Maddie like got me on the field because I was close with him. He was one of my brother's best friends, and I remember just watching y'all take batting practice, and y'all are just ball after ball in the trees, over in the parking lot and left, and Maddie kind of looked at me. He was like, "Watch this guy." Chad's just like hitting balls like over the trees. I'm just like, bro, what?
Hey.
Maddie was like, he's not even really like a full-time hitter.
He does it.
Yeah, I was like, he's one of our pitchers. I'm like,
Hey, when we're in Omaha. So when you go to Omaha, you have your first practice day is like open to the public, so everybody can go out there, and it's full. Like there's probably
yeah.
15, 20,000 people in the stands watching batting practice for all the teams. Well, we had our day, and like I was a freshman, you're kind of nervous a little bit. Like
You feel it.
Chad got a standing ovation from the crowd. That's how impressive his batting
Just
practice
hitting BP.
was. Like he was hitting balls like way back, and people like literally, when he was done, got up and gave him a standing ovation.
And
It was fucking
now,
sick.
mind you, this was after him and Leon were pretty much almost in a fight about whose dad could beat whose dad up.
Yeah.
Like literally, that happened when we got there. Somehow that
They're fighting over their
conversation
dads.
came-
You're just like, what are we
And
doing?
Chad's hitting 450
Yeah.
homers in batting practice.
That's
I'm
the
like,
kind
this
of
is-
dynamic that was there at that
This is
point.
You know,
It was-
Sean's just looking at both of them like, dude, what are we doing?
What are we
doing?
about over here?
I talked to him today. It was so funny.
So Sean?
Yeah.
He's at the beach. He's having a good time right now.
Yeah.
He's not working. He's at the beach.
Nah.
What time did he call you?
He texted me like, it was like 4 something.
Oh yeah, it's a couple deep.
He's good. He's probably just getting off the beach.
He has like a signature line. He hits me up. He's like, what's up, coach?
Yeah, that's his move.
Coach,
That's his move. That's what he likes to say,
I was
coach.
like, what's up with you? He's like, dude, beach, man.
Yeah.
Just big chilling.
Oh man. Well, dude, good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.
Obviously, we're gonna be watching. We're gonna be in Hoover probably, and hopefully we can see you out there. I mean, I'll definitely see you out there, but hopefully you can maybe hop on the show or do whatever you want.
Let's do it.
Again,
Love y'all's
appreciate
show.
it.
Y'all are the best.
Appreciate it. We
Y'all
try to.
offer great
Appreciate
insight.
it.
Yeah, we try to have a good time
Thank
doing
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
I mean, y'all two have done it.
Well, you're
You're just the man. You have good insight too, though. You get
I
it.
got good seats.
I do laugh every time you're sitting next to Coach Jay's wife. And
Oh,
I
every
just look
time-
over.
Wait, so y'all noticed this thing then? That's so great.
Dude, it was
God,
like-
that's
Do
so
y'all
funny.
talk? Do y'all talk about that shit?
I'm just like, Lloyd's in there.
Doug Thompson fucking roasted me. He's like, look at you, you're up in the suites now, you're sitting next to the coach's wife. And I was like, I don't know how this happened.
Dude, I don't know what game it was, but I looked over at you and you look at me and you kind of just do this. You start playing with your mustache.
So it's been a running joke between me and Mike, and we're like, dude, how many people in the stands are like, who in the hell is that sitting next to Coach's wife right there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they probably think I'm like a relative or like a son. Like, how did he get down there? And they're like, I don't know. Doug was like, you need to milk that for all it's worth.
It's so funny, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's funny stuff. That's funny stuff. I'm glad everybody noticed.
Yeah, I noticed.
You're very
I'm
recognizable.
very low key down.
And you're very recognizable.
You are recognized.
Yeah, the mullet's real low key.
Yeah.
That no one notices
Yeah.
at
That
all.
mullet mustache combo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really fitting
there.
there.
Good luck the rest of the way,
Yep,
dude.
appreciate y'all.
We're gonna keep watching. We're a huge
Yep.
fan of y'all's, yours in particular, and your dad's a G. Can't
Your
wait
dad's
to
the
wait
best.
to eat some food with him in
The
the
best.
Hoover.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, anytime you want to come on, you're welcome
Absolutely.
on. So
Appreciate
appreciate
y'all.
it. Thanks
Yep.
for coming on. We're gonna take a 30-second break, get Kate out of here, and we'll be back to end the show. You're watching Mik'd Up.